Hi, this is Kay from Kay's Creative Home. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're continuing our How to Make a Bow series. And today we'll be featuring the tailored bow and the figure 8 bow. All right, let's get started. Hi everyone, it's Kay. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're here for the next part in my series on how to make a bow. Today we're going to cover two bows. The first one is going to be the tailored bow, and the next one is going to be the figure 8 bow. And hopefully I can make that one. I've never made it before, so we're going to find out. The tailored bow is made by cutting your ribbon in different lengths, and you want each length to get a little bit smaller. So this first length is going to be my base. So I'm going to actually just take the ends and fishtail them, dovetail them, whichever one you want to call it. So the next one we're going to take, and we're just going to overlap it, in this case about a ½ inch. And I'm sorry, my ribbons were cut into 8, 7, 6, and 5 inches. So the 8 is my base. The 7 I'm going to take, and I'm just going to overlap a little bit and put a dab of glue. So I went off camera with doing this first one, so I'm going to demonstrate again with the second one. I'm going to take this ribbon, find the center, which is right here because this is my 6-inch one. I'm going to put a small dot of glue, bring this in, and just kind of cross over that center point a tiny bit. And I'm going to do it again, put a little tiny dab of glue. Bring this in over. And grab that. So we've got those two done. We're going to do one more. Now if you were using a stapler, you would bring, you would cross the center section and then put a staple right here. But for me, it seems like that would get a little thick as you start to layer these ribbons. But I guess it depends on the type of ribbon you're working with. This ribbon is rather thin. So what you're going to do now is start, I think I'll start with the bottom one. Is start to just add one on the top. Add the next smallest one to the top. And I'm going to do my best to center it each time. So I've gone from longest on the bottom on up to the shortest on the top. And now this one is a little too long, so I want it to extend past my actual bow. Let's see. That bow is about 3 inches wide, so let's make this almost 4. That's going to go right in the center of that one. Let me see, okay. So, dab of glue again. Nice glue strings everywhere. Okay, got that one down. Also got it down on the board since this board is so thin. Since the ribbon is so thin. So what we're going to actually do is just take this and wrap it around the center like that. So I can see it's a little bit too long. Let me cut off a little bit here. Get my snowflake right in the center top. I'll fold this in under. And I'm going to try to do this in my hands without burning myself because I don't want to mash my bow. So I got to get a little bit of glue. Excuse me. I got to get a little dab of glue up under here. Cross this over. I told y'all before I don't like raw edges, so I'm going to fold this under so that when I put it down, it'll just be a fold showing, not a raw edge. So I actually got to make it a little bit shorter because I can tuck it in just right. Okay. Trying to get it folded in so I can do this without burning myself. And so that is your tailored bow. It's so cute. And this is a great bow for, a package that's kind of long. So look at that. Isn't that cute? I might have to make some of these for the holiday. I think that is so adorable. Takes a little more, well, not really. Don't really take much more time, does it? Think about those loops, making them back and forth. So that's my tailored bow. Now, that's 5/8 inch silky ribbon. We know right away this isn't wide enough to get that effect. This is one we looked at before. That's not wide enough to get that effect. Alright, so we got 3 pieces again. I've got 7, 8, and 9 this time. And this is my base piece, which is about 6 inches. And we'll see, it probably be a little long again, but we shall see. I'm going to cut my fishtails into that piece, the base piece. Have that ready. So I've got it put together. I'm going to try to run my fingers in here and actually fluff up the loops again, because I have mashed them down thoroughly. And here's your tailored bow. Now I would say it works, but I don't necessarily like it as much as the thinner bow. I think this thinner bow is just much more defined, and it's just so easier to see. So I don't know if I would use a this is a 2.5 inch ribbon. I think I would keep it to about the 1.5 would probably be the biggest I would use for this. Maybe 1.5 inch width, because this kind of loses the drama that this has. So I made one in the gift bow ribbon, and I gave it a contrasting center point here, so you can see that one worked out very well. And here are our 3 tailored bows. So our next bow starts by basically making a figure 8 over and over again. So I'm holding my left hand, the wrong side of the bow facing up. Then I'm going to let it curve over and come under like this. So I've got this part of the loop facing up, the rest is facing down. Now this is probably one that would be better in a ribbon that doesn't have 2 sides. So let's start with one that doesn't. Alright, I'm going to start by holding this the front side of the ribbon up, take this piece and curl it in, take this piece and curl it in, and make this shape of a loop like this. Now I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So it's already making that shape because it's got the natural curve in it. And see how I'm going to do this. I got to bring it up. So I'm going to do the same thing over on this side. I just had to bring the ribbon over on top. So I've got one ribbon that's about 3 inches, and that's a little more than 3 inches. So I'm going to pull this in a little bit so that they can kind of be equal. Still a little long. 3, okay. So I'm going to start at about the same. All right. Now, and I'm holding this. I'm going to do the same thing again, but I'm going to do it inside of the previous one, inside of the previous loop. Turn it this way. And I want it to be a little bit shorter so you can see how it looks there. You can see the other one a little bit. Okay. And now I'm going to come down here and do the same thing again. Get it in there and then adjust it. Oh, don't need everything come apart. Just adjust it a little bit without everything coming apart. This is going to be kind of tricky with the silky ribbon, but I think I can do it. So I'm going to do it again, bringing it in a little bit smaller again. Grab it here in the center. Do it again on the bottom. Get it about where I want it, and then bring it in. And I think I'm going to stop there. Now I really wish I had a stapler to just grab it here. What I'm going to do is cut that to try let's see if a tinsel will hold it. Best thing would be to put a staple there. Let's see if a tinsel, because it's got wire in it, if I can just fold it over, if it'll hold it. And it does. Now I would not make this your permanent hole. I would definitely put some glue at the beginning and the end strip so they don't start sliding out. So again, if you had a stapler, it'd be nice to just put a staple through there. And the beginning one is really up in there, so I think it's going to be okay. Okay. All right. So this is how it looks. The next thing we're going to do, turn it over like this so you can see the shape of that bow. See that? Isn't that neat? And I need a piece of ribbon that will tie over here. I can tie over this and make a tail. So I'm going to use this just because I know I can tie this. This I won't be able to make a tight knot. So I'm going to go to the halfway point, wrap this around here, go to the back, and just simply make a knot. In this case, I'm going to just twist my other tail over like that and add a little bit of glue to hold it in place. And my glue is almost gone. I think I got enough. Do this last little bit. Oops. And there's my figure 8 bow. So you can see the shape of it. The shape, how it's supposed to look. And it came out pretty good. It's hard to really, I mean, this isn't the best centerpiece to put on there for the tails, but it works. If I take something like this, this is a nice silky ribbon to use, but as soon as I do this, you see the wrong side, but maybe when it gets over here it won't matter. Let's try it and see. And here it is, and you can see the difference of not having, oh man, that twisted on me. Okay, you can see the difference of not having a two-sided ribbon. And you can also see what happens with this softer ribbon. It's not holding the shape up in here really well like this one is. I mean, it's not laying down anymore, but you can see it still has its shape. You see that? This one, as soon as I tied this here, so maybe if I had used a stapler first, but as soon as I tied it here, it messed up the shape. So I don't think I would use a softer, silkier ribbon unless I could staple it first, make sure everything held. So yes, if I hold it in my hands, you can see it's still got the shape a little bit in there. But it would be nicer if you saw, you know, the same design in it. It would be nicer if this design was also showing here. But it's not too bad. So the softer ribbon would work. It's going to just take a little more work. I am not going to try this with the wired ribbon. Oh, because I'm going to have to use a whole lot. I would have to use a whole lot to make those turns. So, I mean, if this was my wired ribbon, yeah, in order to even get this big enough, yeah, I would have to use a whole lot of ribbon. It will probably work, but I don't know if I would ever need a bow this style this big. So I don't think I would make it in this width. But if you have a giant box and you want this same type of bow, you can use a larger width ribbon. Today we did the tailored bow, and we did it with successfully with 3 types of ribbon: the gift wrap ribbon, the silkier ribbon, and the wired ribbon. And then we did the figure 8 bow, and we used the gift wrap and the silky ribbon. And I really think for this bow, this gift wrap ribbon works the best. Something that's really stiff. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's bow making session. I still have a few more styles I'm going to share with you, and again, then we'll get into really about some other things about ribbon and how we can make our bows a little more exciting. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to share it with others. So if you want to be notified when the next video comes out, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. All right? I have some Christmas DIYs that I'm including in my videos this week. So I hope you'll tune in to see what I'm doing there too. All right. I thank you for spending this time with me, and I'll be talking with you again real soon.